What's up, everybody? I'm Flash. This is One Man's Opinion, the show where we cover just about everything, and today we are reacting to the newest epic rap battle of history, Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. You guys know, if you watch my epic rap battle reactions, I'm not the biggest fan of the political ones. I think ERB has a really hard time calling it down the middle. I think they have a hard time keeping their bias out of it. We've seen that in more than just their political ones as well. Anything that touches on a political subject, you see ERB definitely lean one way rather than the other. I wish they would call it a little more fairly down the middle, but we're going to react to it anyway. I'm going to try to call it down the middle as I possibly can and try to keep my bias out. You may watch this and say that I didn't do a very good job at that. I apologize in advance if I didn't. Some things I expect to see in this one. I think that we'll probably see Biden at the beginning and then Kamala knock him out of the way or something like that. It's hard to believe that they pulled this off so quickly. Kamala's only been the front runner for the Democratic Party for a few months now. I would be shocked to find out that they didn't already have some Biden stuff recorded before Kamala made that switch. That was a very quick switch that the Democratic Party made. So I do think maybe we'll see some of that footage. I would like to. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I think we've got to see Donald Trump's signature arm pump dance at this point. I think that's got to be in here somewhere. It's become somewhat iconic for that. And I think we'll see Abraham Lincoln at the end probably smack Donald Trump a few times and refrain from hitting Kamala Harris. So, I think we'll see. Those are three things that I expect to see. It's going to be tough. I'm gonna go ahead and call this down the middle as I can. I think Kamala has an uphill battle here. Trump has now been in, technically this will be his fourth ERB if you count the appearance that he made in the Christmas episode. So there's been a lot of stuff lobbed at Trump already by Biden, by Hillary. I think this is his fourth one. Maybe it's his third. No, yeah, this would be his fourth. But he's already been attacked on so many things. They're going to have to really dig deep to find something new to come after him with. So I think that Kamala definitely has an uphill battle here. Donald Trump gets a fresh face, a fresh opponent, brand new things to pull from, to attack with. I think he definitely has the advantage going in. But who knows? Who knows which way this thing will go? I'm ready to get into it. I know you are, so let's get right down to it.
What? Back from bottles of history.
All right.
Donald Trump. Biden.
You gotta wonder if Epic Lloyd's getting sick of playing Trump at this point. I mean, the dude he's got to be getting, his Trump impersonation's got to be getting really, really good. Come on now. They already doing Kamala some favors. Look at this. This woman's got to be in her late 20s at worst, early 30s at worst, Kamala Harris is in her 60s. Come on now.
I got the best word plays. Ask my supporters. I've got more disabilities than a New York Times reporter. You're scared.
Dude, this is already good. This is already good. Come on now.
I got the best word plays. Ask my supporters. I've got more disabilities than a New York Times reporter.
I've got the best word plays. Ask my supporters. I've got more disabilities, the double entendre. I have the ability to dish you, but also disabilities than a New York Times reporter. We know Trump and the media are always butting heads. So that's really good, especially New York Times and Washington Post and CNN. A few of those, we've heard those names mentioned by Trump a lot.
You're a scam. Your whole nomination is a hoax. Your party is so pro-choice, they aborted a state's right to vote.
Oh! Hold up. There's a lot of meanings behind
New
that.
York Times reporter, you're a scam. Your whole nomination is a hoax.
Okay, obviously the nomination didn't go through the typical debates. She wasn't voted in as a candidate typically would be. She kind of just got thrown in there by the Democratic Party because they were really worried about Joe Biden's ability to run in this race, whether it's from a voter standpoint, they were afraid he wouldn't get the votes, but also from a cognitive standpoint, obviously the guy just wasn't where he used to be. We'll say that and keep it there. So that's what that's the initial point that Trump is making.
You're a scam. Your whole nomination is a hoax. Your party is so pro-choice, they aborted a state's right to vote.
Hold up, man. Okay. So your party is so pro-choice, obviously, going into the abortion issue.
Party is so pro-choice, they aborted a state's right to vote.
They aborted a state's right to vote. So that's the state's right to vote on what Democratic candidate that they wanted to have run for the Democratic Party. But also that's a double entendre for the abortion rights now being a state's right. And states' right to vote on that issue, and where the Democratic Party stands that it should be more of a just a right given to all women, and that the state shouldn't be involved, and everyone should just be allowed to do that if they want to do that. So there's like a double entendre there. You aborted a state's right to vote. There really a triple entendre. There's the abortion topic in general, the state's right to vote for a Democratic Party leader, and the state's right to vote on abortion itself. That's something the Democrats don't want. So there's a lot of meaning behind that. I could even maybe guess at a fourth meaning behind it, but I won't go into it too deep. I just think that's super. That's really good pin game and a good punch there from Donald Trump. Something we knew he was going to go after, right?
Pro-choice, they aborted a state's right to vote. Pencil pushing pussy bows, think you could scare me with prison? Get your mugshot, then your mugshot, then come talk to me about convictions.
Oh, okay, man. I'm not going to lie. Trump's kind of cooking. This is really good.
Pro-choice, they aborted a state's right to vote. Pencil pushing pussy bows, think you could scare me with prison?
Think you can scare me with prison, because obviously the man has been... I mean, it's been countless attempts at this point.
Get your mugshot, then your mugshot, then...
Get your mugshot, then your mugshot. So obviously the picture that's very famous that a lot of people said actually did Trump a lot of favors, because he looks just like... I mean, he looks pretty gangster in that mugshot, I'm not going to lie. And then there's the mugshot where he actually almost got shot in the mug, in the face, with the bullet to the ear there, with the attempt on his life. And another thing that... you would think would be really bad for somebody, but probably propelled him even further ahead in the polls. So he's saying, get your mug shot, then your mug shot, then come talk to me. So basically he's saying all these things that should have been bad for me have only made me stronger, only made me better. It's super good pen, super good verse for Trump.
To me about convictions.
And then come talk to me about convictions.
It should be
because the double entendre there being convicted to go to prison, but also his supporters base being further convicted to get him into office. Man, the pen is really strong, and there's probably things that I'm missing here.
About convictions to the radical left, you should be embarrassed. The way you divide our country, I'll call you Camel Toe Harris. Your inflation.
I'm not gonna look. You can figure that one out on your own. I'm not gonna go into that one.
Got our nation clipping coupons while it's leaking worse than a wet lab in Wuhan.
Oh, okay. Trump getting a little funky with it. I like this flow switch up right here.
I'll call you Camel Toe Harris. Your inflation's got our nation clipping coupons.
Okay, obviously talking about the economic turmoil that the country's been in for a little while now.
While it's leaking worse than a wet lab in Wuhan.
And then the obvious vid-19 reference there.
I had every American's 401k thriving. Stock market's higher than the planes full of migrants you fly in, and don't even try to deny.
There's the migrant crisis. He is literally touching on anything. Trump is doing a better job in this rap battle than he did in the debate. Stop me when I'm telling a lie. Tell me when I say something that's incorrect. This should have just been his debate, because everything he's saying right here is so well written, so well thought out. I wish we would have had a debate go down like this. I haven't even seen Kamala's yet, but I can only imagine that she's going to do better too, because that debate, let's face it, wasn't very good for either one of them. So, this guy, really well done writing so far from the ERB team. This is very good.
Planes full of migrants you fly in, and don't even try to deny the cognitive decline you were hiding. Prop it up Joe like it was wicked at Biden. I'm here to teach you.
Look, it's an obvious diss. It's not like the strongest punch from Trump. Weekend at Biden's obvious reference to Weekend at Bernie's there. Like I said, it's not the strongest punch in the world, but boy, that's really funny. Propping up Biden, I mean, it's really good.
Prop it up Joe like it was wicked at Biden. I'm here to teach you what losing to a winner feels like. Ask Pence. I know how to drop a mic.
I know you're not...
Oh, with the Pence at the end, I know how to drop a mic. I like that. That was good. Okay, Trump, look, he had good punches, but they weren't just like good, like personal digs either. They were policy punches. So like, that's what I was saying. This was a strong debate performance for Donald Trump right here. It wasn't like personal attacks on Kamala. This was policy. So I really like his pen game here. I thought the writing was really, really strong. He had some good punches in there. It's a beatable round, but super, super good start. I don't know how many verses we'll get. Super good start for Trump there.
Ask Pence. I know how to drop a mic.
I know you're not all ears, but listen up close.
Okay, good start. Good start, all ears. That's a good start for Kamala. We like that.
Where JD Vance's fear and level weird, you are gross. You've been
Okay, hold up. What now?
not all ears, but listen up close. You are JD Vance's fear and level weird, you are gross. You've been
You're J.D. Vance's beard level weird. You're gross. Okay, so I know calling the Republicans weird and gross was like a thing there for Kamala's campaign strategy for a little bit, so I know she's pulling from that. J.D. Vance's beard, I think that's probably a double entendre because they say that J.D. Vance has a weird beard, but also I think there's a slick gay joke in there, which, you know, that's funny enough. So far, you know, we're very, very early, but good pin for Kamala as well.
ears, but listen
I really
up
like that,
close.
not all
You are
ears.
JD Vance's fear and level weird, you are gross. You've been bending American decency over a barrel, giving Lady Liberty the finger like BZ Jean Carroll in that big
Eugene Carroll. I might be missing a reference here, and I feel bad for that because I got all of Trump's references so far.
barrel, giving Lady Liberty the finger like BZ.
Like she's E. Jean Carroll. I don't know who E. Jean Carroll is. Am I missing something here? So yeah, I'm going to have to apologize to anyone maybe rooting for Kamala or anyone at the end who thinks Kamala should have won if I end up going the other way. If this is what I'm trying to say is if this bar is a deciding factor in this rap battle, I apologize ahead of time. I don't know who E. Jean Carroll is, so I'm probably missing a lot here.
American decency over a barrel, giving Lady Liberty the finger like BZ Jean Carroll in that big creepy house with our secrets stacked in piles. From documents to pedos, you spend too much time with files. Having sleep.
Okay, documents, Peter. You spend too much time with files. Double entendre, obviously. Him having all the files from the White House in Mar-a-Lago. And then there's a weird hanging out with pedos bar in there. I'm not sure exactly who she's referring to. The only thing I can come up with is the one picture of him and Epstein together that people like to point to a whole lot. So just off of that, I'll give her a decent point there.
From documents to pedos, you spend too much time with files.
So the double entendre there. Okay, still good pin.
Having sleepovers with Laura Loomer? What's going on with you? Can't you afford more than Timu Melania? You
Okay, all right, we get that reference there. Timu Melania, discount Melania, you know, okay, all right.
failed in your own city. Bank, ballot box, and court. You're home alone too. You lost in New York. I was there.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You lost in New York, but I mean, everything that came out of that did get thrown out. I mean, so it's, you know, it's been kind of proven at this point that was kind of a hoaxy trial, you know. So it's not as strong a punch as it could have been when this was still fresh. Hindsight, looking at it from here, knowing that everything from that pretty much got thrown out and was ruled to be essentially a farce, it just doesn't have the same sting that it could have. And I think that's, again, part of the uphill battle for Kamala here because a lot of the stuff that you want to point to and throw at Trump, he's kind of overcome a lot of it. Whether you like Trump or not, nothing has stuck to this dude, and they have tried everything. I mean, they have tried from collusion with other countries to illegal acts here at home. Everything that they've thrown at the guy's bounced off of him like rubber. And so it's tough to punch at a guy who's been essentially dodging bullets in real life. And there's your double entendre for me in this one.
Melania, you failed in your own city. Bank, ballot box, and court. You're home alone.
She does get a few points, though. She says bank, ballot, box, and court. So at least you still get his bankruptcy filings, and the fact that he doesn't win in New York, right? The voters in New York, as a state, New York always goes blue. So there are still some strong points there. I know, people were typing already, and they were like, he missed this one. Yeah, but it's there. I got it. I just wanted to point out that the part about the court, maybe not as strong as it could have been. The rest of it still stands. She still gets, points for that.
2. You lost in New York.
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, double entendre, great pull right there. We love Home Alone. Who doesn't?
I was there on January.
Also, he was in that movie, so there's even another little slight reference there.
You're Home Alone 2. You lost in New York. I was there on January 6th. It wasn't fun for me. Just like your bowels, I was evacuated suddenly. You were history.
Just like your bowels, I was evacuated suddenly. I mean, I know what she's talking about with Jan 6, but I mean, did Trump poop himself? And I'm not aware of that. Like, you would think that I would see that in the news. I've missed that one, I guess.
Waited suddenly. You were history's least hopeful, presidential hopeful, mood swinging wildly like stock and Truth Social. I'm here to build bridges from Texas.
Okay, all right, that's okay. I mean, Truth Social has not done super well since he started it. So I get the dig there. Mood swings. Okay. I mean, it's not great.
Hopeful, mood swinging wildly like stock and Truth Social. I'm here to build bridges from Texas to Niagara Falls.
She's even got better wow.
I hope you wrote that comment.
She's even got better waltz.
She's even got better wow.
She's even got better waltz. I'm sure there's a double entendre there, a double meaning behind that. Obviously, Tim Waltz is the reference here. This looks like Biden coming in to back her up a little bit here. But I'm not sure. Better waltz? I'm thinking waltz like the dance. I haven't seen Trump attempt a waltz dance. I'm trying to figure out what the better waltz is in reference to. I'm missing that one too. I apologize. I hate that. I don't like to miss these references for you all. But missing that one too.
You wrote that.
With that being the end of the verse, I'm going to say, like, everything that Trump said was, like, a banger. And I know I missed a couple here, so it's not really fair to Kamala. But just in my opinion, based on what my knowledge is, and I can't know everything, I apologize. Just based on what I know and hearing these bar for bar, I'm going to have to say round 1 goes to Trump here.
Got better wow.
I hope you wrote that commie crap in red because you're taking a huge loss. Is anything worse for you than Afghanistan did for your boss? A manhandle.
That's tough. That's tough, right there. The Afghanistan, yeah. With the, we pulled out, and there was a big loss there with lives and with property and military property. So yeah, that's a pretty good dig.
Did you everything you ever did? You couldn't make your own way. Couldn't even make your own kids.
Your mommy was.
Oh, we got dirty. There it is. There's the personal attack. I said it in round 1. He didn't really go after her personally. It was a good, debate round policy-wise. A man handed you everything you ever did. That hurts. That hurts. So as a woman who, say what you want about Kamala, whether you like her or not, has made a successful career for herself in politics and is now in line to potentially be the first female president. To say to that kind of a woman, a man handed you everything you ever did, I mean, obviously it's probably not 100% true. I'm not going to track Kamala Harris's career, back to her 20s. She's had a long career in politics. So I'm not going to, fact check this. You can do that in the comments if you want to. Whether however that checks out, that is a painful and that's a hardcore.
You
diss.
ever did?
But this?
You couldn't make your own way. Couldn't even make your own kids.
Your mommy was.
That's when you get real personal with it. That is nastiness from Trump right there. And that's what we love about epic rap battles. Don't pull those punches, baby. Bring it in. Let's go.
Absent when you were just a little baby.
Oh, she's getting personal too. No, we're getting dirty with it. It's getting disgusting.
Your own way. Couldn't even make your own kids.
Don't do
Your
it.
mommy was absent when you were just a little baby. And if she saw you now, she'd wish she were a childless cat lady. And if you're racist.
That's almost a dig at yourself. I was tense. I was ready for a dirty punch, but if your mom could see you today, she would hope you were a childless cat lady. That's you kind of pointed that one at yourself a little bit.
You're a childless cat lady.
You should wish you were me. That's what it sounds like she's saying. I'm not saying that. She said that. That's not. I thought a haymaker was coming. That at best was like a little jab.
If your racist landlord daddy wasn't dead to kill him, seeing me living rent free in your head.
Well,
okay, all right. I'll give her points on that. That was all right.
Wasn't dead to kill him, seeing me living rent free in your head.
There's a lot of double meaning there. Obviously, Trump's family has been in real estate for a very long time. Seeing me being a woman of color, living rent-free in your head, that's the double meaning there, rent-free, but also, in your mind. So, I'm getting to you. So, yeah, that wasn't bad. Not a bad way to finish the verse. I still don't think it hits near as hard as Trump's second verse. And we're kind of going back and forth here a little bit. To me, Trump's on top by quite a bit this far. I think Kamala's got a long way to go.
well, I know how you failed the bar exam after that. I guess the half of you whose job it is to rap isn't black.
That was, no, Trump's not playing, y'all. This is
Bar exam after that. I guess the half
the bar exam, the double entendre there, the bar exam.
of you whose job it is to rap isn't black.
Oh, good one. You ketchup-smelling edgelord. You rock the beat softer than Stormy Daniels' headboard.
That's just not as good. It's just not. I'm sorry, ketchup-smelling edgelord. And then, okay, yeah, Stormy Daniels. That's a punch. Softer than her headboard. We get the reference there, but that has nothing on that bar exam. Can we agree here that is not nearly as good? I feel like people are going to hate on me for being all Trump in this one so far, but it's not as good. And I feel for the writers because, again, you've got to try to come up with something new to hit Trump with after all these different rap battles. But this just is not it for Kamala. I think Trump's way ahead.
Can't believe I'm even in a race with this hog. Hope you're in makeup in Ohio, cause they're eating the dogs.
Donald, I'm...
Okay. That's funny just to put in there. Obviously, there's no punch there. Not really, though. It's a good, funny reference. But this is a chance for Kamala to make up some ground. So let's see what she's got.
away like a rapist back in Cali. You should leave this battle.
You should have said weed smoker back in Cali, because you were pretty famous for that. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. Okay, I'm sorry. But
like a rapist back in Cali. You should leave this battle early, like the crowds at your rallies.
I have all the biggest.
Look, she flubbed it. It's still better than his. At least she attempted a punch. So I'll give, I don't even know what round we are now because it's like back and forth. I'll give that little exchange to Kamala because it was an attempt at a punch. It was pretty good. If you're going to hit this man, it's not his rallies. The dude's turnout at rallies are insane. And no one is leaving a Trump rally early. That's just, it's not happening. So anyway, it was a good try. It was a good try. It was better than Trump's because he just made the reference. So, points for Kamala there. I keep waiting on a big one from Kamala. And it's like she gets the wind up going. You ever seen the old cartoons where they're like, wind up here and then they throw the jab? Like that's what, here comes the big one and then here comes the jab. That's all we get.
Yes, well, I've got Taylor Swift.
You're ugly.
You are ugly.
Well, you're a Marxist. Jumping Jesus H. Huckleberry Christ and a...
Okay. All right. I don't think I'm going to like this. I just don't. They got to the point where they're just yelling at each other. It's kind of reminiscent of the way that Obama and Mitt Romney, that's his name. Obama and Mitt Romney kind of got going to each other before Abraham jumped in. So now we've got Roosevelt riding in. So let's see what Roosevelt says.
You're ugly.
You are ugly.
Well, you're a Marxist. Jumping Jesus H. Huckleberry Christ and a crutch. No one wants to fight about politics this much. You, Madam Red, White, and Pantsuit. Don't let getting hired be the greatest thing you ever do.
Don't let getting hired be the greatest thing you ever do. Okay.
You You baby back ribs up in heaven. Try not to slide democracy straight to chapter 11. I've come here
Try not to bankrupt democracy. Okay.
on the back of my musky antlered beast with a message for whichever one of you sucks the least. This government was founded on self-evident truths. So keep it of the people, by the people, for the people.
Moose.
Moose.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, he seemed very impartial there, so I'll give him credit for that. Okay. Oh, that was a long one. I'm sorry. There was a lot to talk about there. I don't think Roosevelt really added much to that. I wish it was funnier. I do. I wish his cameo was a little funnier. It kind of fell flat for me. But that's neither here nor there. I'll say Roosevelt lost. Kamala and Trump definitely leagues above Roosevelt's little cameo there. But it was Trump for me. I mean, to me, it was cut and dry. And I've not said that with some of my last ones. You can go back and watch some of my other epic rap battle reactions. You can watch the political ones. I don't care. This one was not a toss-up. To me, it wasn't even relatively close. To me, this was Trump start to finish. You guys can let me know what you thought in the comments below. I thought it was very enjoyable, though. This was the best political one, I think, since Trump and Hillary. I guess that just means that I liked it better than Trump-Biden. But anyway, I always liked Obama Mitt Romney. I thought that one was very good. It might be the best one since then. I thought they kept it down the middle really well. I thought the pen game was very well thought out on both sides. I thought the disses were good on both sides. I think Trump just hit a little harder. I think his pen was just a little better. And over the course of it, he started with started pulling away at the beginning and just kept pulling away. And Kamala just didn't have enough in her arsenal to make up that ground. That's the way I read it. You guys can let me know in the comments below what you thought. I've kept you way too long. Thank you for sticking with me this long. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. I am knocking on the door of 2,000. It's a small number, I know, but it's huge for me. So I appreciate you guys. I'll see you on the next one. This has been One Man's Opinion. Thanks.